Just as Meghan Markle may have hoped the as-ever inventory mess would quietly disappear into the depths of the algorithm, the internet did what it always does best. It noticed everything, and then it noticed the panic. Not long after online sleuths uncovered the staggering amount of unsold as-ever products, Meghan's website suddenly underwent a hurried facelift. There was no announcement, no clarification, just a low-key update that all but shouted, "Please stop checking the numbers." The most revealing tweak? A new prompt urging customers to contact as ever for bulk orders. Nice try. Subtle enough, except the site still lets shoppers add up to 100 units of a single item to their cart, a quantity so ridiculous it practically validates the original stock estimates. No ordinary person wakes up needing 100 jars of jam unless they're preparing for a post-apocalyptic bunker or hosting a medieval feast. Which makes one thing clear. The so-called website glitch wasn't a glitch at all. It was simply bad design. And once the discovery spread, the scramble to contain the damage was on. Reddit user InfiniteSky55 had already exposed how the site's poorly set up shopping cart made it possible to uncover maximum stock levels simply by placing huge fake orders. The system would cap quantities based on what was actually in inventory, effectively revealing just how much product was sitting there unsold. The figures were, frankly, astonishing. According to alleged screenshots, there were more than 220,000 jars of spread, 30,000 jars of honey, 30,000 mulling kits, nearly 90,000 candles, over 110,000 teas, and 80,000 jars of edible flour sprinkles. And the wine? That was an entirely different story. Reports suggest more than 70,000 bottles remain unsold, including nearly 7,000 Bruts, 46,000 Sauvignon Blancs, and close to 24,000 Rosés. At full retail price, the stockpile would supposedly top $21 million in revenue. Instead, it's just sitting there. Unsurprisingly, once these details began circulating online, As Ever rushed to shut the digital stable door, long after the horse had already bolted. Purchase limits appeared overnight. Gift boxes were capped. Wine orders were restricted. Anyone trying to repeat the experiment was met with courteous error messages directing them to customer support for bulk inquiries. What makes this whole situation even more satisfying is how easily it could have been avoided. This kind of inventory exposure simply doesn't occur on well-built e-commerce platforms. Any properly run site would include safeguards to stop shoppers from digging into stock levels like this, but that would mean hiring qualified professionals and actually paying them. Instead, As Ever appears to have followed a familiar Meghan Markle formula. Throw something together, dress it up with Duchess branding, and assume the finer details will magically fix themselves. When they don't, that's when the meltdown begins. It's not hard to picture how this unfolded in Montecito. The viral posts, the frantic refreshing of screens, the unpaid intern, or unfortunate support staffer being shouted at to fix it immediately while scrambling to patch the site over a weekend. Not a measured response. Just pure panic. And the update does more than simply confirm the inventory figures. It also reinforces what many suspected from the start. The lifestyle products and the wine operation are being handled as separate ventures. While the pantry items were hastily locked down, wine stock levels stayed visible for much longer, suggesting the wine is merely branded under Meghan's name while being managed elsewhere. Which leads to the obvious question. Was As Ever intended to be a legitimate business? Or was it always meant to be a glossy prop, designed to project the image of entrepreneurship while quietly hoping someone else would eventually buy it out? For someone who once boasted about freakish attention to detail, the irony is hard to ignore. That quote keeps resurfacing like a slap in the face. Half-finished concepts, sloppy execution, big ambition with no follow-through. And now, hundreds of thousands of unsold products may help explain what the 9 bedrooms and 11 bathrooms in Montecito are really being used for. As ever, Meghan Markle remains the gift that keeps on giving, just not to the people buying the products.